Venba is the delightful video game. What's up? Long time no see. What it's accomplished is a little over an hour is immersive, both in terms introducing and authentically portraying a culture that most Western gamers will have limited familiarity with, and in presenting a movie stories of love, loss, family, and the important role that food plays in try all of those things together. The story follows the trials and tribulation of the titular Venba, originally from southern India, who moves to Canada with her husband to seek a better life. Told in the map form, the tale spans decades and generations, each snippet and narrative framed around some form of traditional Indian cuisine that Venba cooks from a recipe book handed down to her mother. When it gets to the cooking, it's a reliably simple affair. You click on the ingredients and move them to where they need to be, or maybe rotate the analog stick. There is a mix of better CVIs. The recipe book serves as a guide, but over the time, some words have faded or become obscured. And so there is a little trial and error involved in cooking each meal. If guesswork isn't your thing, there is a hint system to point you into the right direction. So Venba has a recipe book of her favorite meals. As I mentioned before, the mother made for her before leaving to Canada. This won't be an issue if it was in a good condition, but the well-loved book has a bits of text that have been rubbed or throughout. This means trying to make sense of how sensibly layer of biryani or what order to put soup ingredients in the pan. Getting those recipes right can take a bit of trial and error, but your reward is seems so gorgeous, colorful meals enjoyable by your family. Actually, cooking the food is very simple and mainly involves clicking and dragging ingredients into the pots and pans in the correct order. Occasionally, you need to spin the stick to spread out butter or top buttons or to slice something. While Venba is anything but a test of your dexterity and the skill with the control. Common sense cooking and mailed food-based puzzles are what you'll find here, and wouldn't want it by any other way. No matter how good the meals Venba cooks are, it would always help the family deal with their daily-to-day drama. Kevin is clearly more interested in the local cuisine than his mom's food. And Paavalan really struggled to find regular work in a country that isn't particularly interested in hiring foreign writers. The story takes some favoring dark turns in the 1x2 time routine, but it's engaging throughout. For some, the runtime of Venba will put them off buying it, and for the price is understandable. I finished the game in a single session, and although it doesn't feel like a rush is the story it has to tell, I personally would appreciate a few more cooking sessions in spread. Regardless of how long you spend playing Venba, the visuals and soundtrack will certainly made an impression on you. The vibrant colors and the hand-drawn style of the game is simply breathtaking, and the soundtrack is perfect background noise while you work on your recipes. So about the positives, this is a great showcase of Indian culture, as well as incredibly touching, and the food puzzles are fun and very clever, and it looks very lovely. And about continuing, the music effects shine during those segments. The soundtrack is a killer we got in the while penning review actually, and the crackle of the oil as you sizzle is so well realized that if you close your eyes with the headphones on, it's like you're actually in the kitchen. All of this helps tremendously to land Venba a sense of authenticity, and it's impossible to not feel to love the went into the creation of this game while you cook, even if you have no idea what the dosa is. And as the end of credits appeared on the screen, it felt like being a generational journey. On that was both happy and sad, disappointing and hopeful, and above all, sincerely moving. We had a tear in our eye and everything. 4 days later, writing this video and my thoughts about this game, experience playing Venba, we're smiling and considering going back for a second helping. Venba uses a food to showcase a culture that many who play it won't be familiar with, and it does so wonderfully. The story it tells about being an outsider in a foreign place is touching, and the audio and visual transport you into the families, it's a unique situation. It doesn't last very long, but the hour spent with the Venba is one I won't be forgetting anytime soon. From the negatives, I think it's over very, very quickly. And some of the cooking puzzles require a guesswork, but still it's a bit of like it's not that long to figure them out, you know. Well, anyways, thank you for watching. I definitely recommend you to play this game, to try it by your own, and let me know in the comment section, did you liked it, you don't, or what. I know how does it means and how does it sounds. It's a culture game, but we're playing the games to enjoy, right? And I enjoyed. Thanks, bye.